You have reached the voicemail box of...
I need a cute girl to do some dumb shit with. Not a goody two shoes, so the shoes don't fit. I need a cute girl to do some dumb shit with. I need a girl that I can bang, call her up just to rob a bank with. Main thing, little slut addicted to the gang shit. I'm talking about a die, someone I can bang with. I need a girl that's bad and bougie on and dangerous.
Bitch, I'm fine with 40, as long as she support me. She can take the plea, or take the blame for me, aim for me. Then it's off with your head, I'll take the next cute girl and I'll say her in bed like Diggy, oh Diggy, will you come on or come at me? I promise I will stay pretty if you just say in my city. I say, nah bitch, I only nut on the titties unless you all in, then I'll get them the kitties.
I need a cute girl to do some dumb shit with. Not a goody two shoes, so the shoes don't fit. I need a cute girl to do some dumb shit with. I need a girl that I can bang, call her up just to rob a bank with. Main thing, little slut addicted to the gang shit. I'm talking about a die, someone I can bang with. I need a girl that's bad and bougie on and dangerous.
I cut 'em off, I leave 'em fighting for life. I got 99 problems I can solve with a knife. I cut 'em off, I leave 'em fighting for life. I got 99 problems I can solve with a knife.
I need a cute girl to do some dumb shit with. Not a goody two shoes, so the shoes don't fit. I need a cute girl to do some dumb shit with. I need a girl that I can bang, call her up just to rob a bank with. Main thing, little slut addicted to the gang shit. I'm talking about a die, someone I can bang with. I need a girl that's bad and bougie on and dangerous.
Cause you're lost in front of me. I'm true, I'm losing you. Cause you're lost in front of me. I'm true, I'm losing you. And you know it's over when you gon' break down. Take everything and live for the moment. It's only gonna bring you down tonight. When you're locked up in my blue, it's true, I love you. When you're locked up in my blue, it's true, I love you. And you know it's over when you gon' break down. Take everything and live for the moment. It's only gonna bring you
What up, y'all?
What is it?
How's it going, guys?
It's going.
How are y'all tonight?
Pretty good.
Good. That's good.
Do you guys want to give them the rundown on where to go if we don't see things?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're all plugging in our own pages and stuff, and we do have it streaming to our own pages. That being said, there are times where the comments from our streams individually don't necessarily come through all together, so we may not see them. Even with a secondary device, it would involve us jumping from live to live. So with that being said, if you are on one of our individual profiles and you're not getting through or we're not responding to them or seeing them, you are more than welcome to go check out Dabber Chick or Jessica or Coffin, whoever is another page other than the one that you're already on. So if you're on mine, feel free to check out any of the other ladies or any other page that's available for our stream. But please mention something or something like that, just so that we can help you redirect, because we want everybody to be able to be a part of the show and interact and have a great time.
Yes, definitely. Let's see who we got out here tonight. What's up, Cove? What's up, Sir Costs a Lot? How's it going, Jeremy? What's up, Mama Roo? How's it going, Tim? What's up, Jessica? How's it going, Gary? What's up, Joe? Hi, Nicole. Prayers for your son. Let's see. And what's up, Dee? What's up, Vicky? What's up, Bongzilla? How's it going, Roy?
Emily?
What's up, Ashley? Hi there, Emily. What's up, Yerp? How's it going, y'all? Let's see.
Happy belated Mother's Day, everybody. That just passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Fabulous lady.
I burned myself during the intro. Let's see. Should we jump into the strain spotlight for today?
Sounds good to me.
All right. First up, we got the strain spotlight. I chose for this week is Banana OG. We'll have other strain spotlights for other shows. I picked Banana OG. The strain itself is a indica dominant hybrid. It's a 70-30, so it means it's a 70% indica, 30% sativa. It's a very relaxing, calming strain. Definitely an end of the day strain. And it kind of smells like banana peels, and it doesn't taste like bananas. It tastes more like a cinnamon aftertaste. It's a very strange strain. Very strange.
To be called banana and taste like cinnamon.
Yeah.
It messes with your brain a little bit, like especially when something is as blatantly named like that, or it smells like it, and you're like, oh no, absolutely, that's going to be the taste. It's like expecting to drink coffee, but it's orange juice, and you're like, I love both, but I was not expecting this. So
You're like, what is this?
So is that a strain that you have access to and you like?
Yes. I don't have very much of it left, but it's there. It's almost dead. I had a whole ounce of it, man. It slapped. It's definitely a good strain. Definitely something I'd pick again.
what were your personal highlights for the strain? Like whatever medicinal and the things that it's listed for being good for, what did you find the highlights of it to be?
I really liked that it's like that calming, euphoric, like you're chilling in your basement hella long ago. That's kind of what it feels like. That old that old high that you seem to be chasing, as many people say. It definitely takes you there. Yeah. The terpenes in this strain are limonene, linalool, and caryophyllene. So it has that zesty, spicy with that like dark, deep peppery back of the throat hit.
I don't mind when it's the more back of the throat or like just a little bit in the smoke on the mouth. It's the pepper in the lungs that fucks me up for hours after.
Yeah, it does do that for sure.
It definitely sounds like a strain if I have access to it. I would definitely have to try it. At least for like a more bedtime strain.
Oh yes, for sure. It made me kind of like want to draw and like be creative after smoking just it by itself. So I like it a lot. How's it going, Vicky? What's up, Jerosa? Banana OG gets known to be like it's a creeper strain, so you smoke it, you don't really feel it because it has that sativa-ish in it, and then it's like slaps you. So that's really cool. And some of the stuff that was on the interwebs, it says it helps with anxiety, arthritis, some say PTSD, muscle spasms, and then ADHD and ADD. Yeah. That's all about what I'll have on it. It's a banana and OG cross. Those are the two parent strains. I always like to find the parent strains of things that I'm smoking. Do you know where it comes from?
That's cool that it's one of your tops and you have some. I always try to find because my top three are Blue Dream, Superproof, and Mac One, and they're usually available. But when it's not, or when you want to try something else, or just being from different growers too. Sometimes I like just trying that. That's sometimes a big change up.
Yeah.
Or flower to wax. All the same strain, but so many different flavors just by going that way.
Yeah, definitely. I found that wax definitely tastes way different than the flower. That's for sure. Definitely get more of that flavor in the extracts.
I found there was one strain I had smoked, cereal milk.
Mm-hmm.
And I had smoked the concentrate. I personally could not smoke it. I didn't like the taste of it. I didn't like the high of it. It hurt my mouth more than anything. And like, I got so deterred because I tried the concentrate first that I'm almost scared to do the flower, even though I've heard from other people who similarly felt about the concentrates. They ended up loving the flower. But now I'm like, because I'm like, oh, they're the same thing, but they really do come out completely different flavor palettes and everything.
Blue Dream is Sir Cossalot #1. Skywalker OG is yours. Yeah.
Blue Dream is my number one.
My number one is what's it called? Freaking, why am I blanking right now? 9 Pound Hammer. That's what it's called. It's a very super strong, heavy hitter indica that will put you out. First time I ever tried dabs was an indica, that indica, and I was out. I was night. No more Kelsey.
All right. So for mine, for my 3, 2 of them are flower and one of them is a concentrate. So for like top, I've got King Tut, and then my second would be the concentrate of lemon pound cake, not London, lemon. And then my third flower would be Busta Limes. So I figured I would do a little blurb on the King Tut because I could not sound more like a fucking commercial for that strain. Like I'm all peer pressure for that one. Like
I get it. You
so
want to.
I'm very sativa driven. I love
Okay.
my sativas. I love, even though I'm already hyperactive and I already have a lot going on in my brain, I almost feel like my body catches up with my brain. I can keep up with how fast my thoughts are going and I can get productive far more easy. You know, instead of going through those billion tasks and only half doing all of them, I somehow have managed to complete all of them. It's like a fucking superpower is enriched in you when you smoke this. So I'm going to read the little blurb that I have pulled up about it, but then I'm going to explain my personal perspective on it and why I love it.
Okay.
So the only thing I could find on its lineage is just that its lineage root is AK-47. That's it. It says it's a cross of AK-47.
So it has a mystery parent and an AK. That's cool.
Yeah, it's somewhere down that line. Like I said, it's a sativa dominant. The THC usually runs at about 25.96. Its top terpene is limonene. It's listed for flavors as fruity, sour, and sweet. The effects are energetic, happy, talkative, dry eyes, and it's best for like housework and going out. They ain't fucking lying. They ain't lying. So it says here, King Tut, also widely recognized as Tutankhamun, is the sativa dominant cannabis and pays tribute to one of Egypt's most iconic pharaohs. The effects of King Tut are notably uplifting, making it an ideal choice for daily activities, boosting exercise routines, or enriching social gatherings. The aroma is predominantly fruity, complemented by a distinctive sour and skunky undertone. This intriguing blend of scents translates seamlessly to offer a rich, multifaceted experience, combining sweetness and tanginess, making the session both enjoyable and memorable. It's mostly listed as like therapeutic effects and stuff like that. It is more common for people who have chronic pain and stuff, just in terms of it doesn't necessarily alleviate the pain, but it kind of helps you stay focused with what you need to do. From personal experience, I can 1,000% say that every time I've ever gotten it, it didn't matter where I got it from, it was like crackhead energy. Like I was scrubbing tile floors with a fucking toothbrush, whistling Dixie. Like I was having a great old fucking time by myself. And I loved that. It made everybody very social, very just excited. Like it gives you that golden retriever kind of vibe. But it also is an aphrodisiac. Hands down, I will say that that is something that very much, I don't think is something that's very much discussed or whatever as side effects for certain strains, but I noticed that far more than anything I've ever smoked, and consistently every time I smoked it, there was a way difference in your energy, your libido. It was just like a 180 of things. And it was very fast to hit, but not like that wall that hits you all of a sudden. It was just kind of like a, all right, I feel like getting up and doing something, and all of a sudden you're fucking doing dishes, vacuuming, and fucking mopping something at the same goddamn time, probably your TV. Like it was just an all over really fun strain, and I definitely recommend it if you ever have access to it. That being said, it is an extremely rare strain to find. So when you do have access to it, I've always found it's been at a great price, but you're not going to get it very often. So if you do get your hands on it and get what you can, and I recommend it.
That's a strain I haven't seen in a long time for sure. I used to see it everywhere.
I have to hunt for it the last time. So I'm in Ontario, and in Canada, in Ontario specifically, we have another London, and it's probably about 2.5 hours. I had to order from that delivery service and be like, hey, so if I pay like a good amount, and I order a good amount and like maybe throw a tip in, would you send it to me? Like it worked, but fuck, I paid for it.
Oh man, yeah, for sure.
But I'm glad that I had all the energy with one less arm and leg.
You could still run, huh?
You know what? I was also offering a kidney and they got kind of grossed out. So I was like, all right, that's the boundary there.
Let's see. What's up, Dixie? What's up, Shauna? How's y'all doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, Little Pick? What's up, Crystal?
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yes.
I'm going to full warn you right now. Ryan is playing Call of Duty. So if anything comes out of his mouth, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We understand. Videos can be angry, whatever that word is.
Don't get me started because you guys earlier with the cannabinoids.
Cannabinoids.
All I heard was like every fucking time, and I was just losing my shit watching you guys.
Cannabinoids.
Then I look at the comments and all I see is, why did she say cannabinoids? I'm rewinding that shit.
Do that shit.
Cannabinoids. Whatever she said.
What's
up, Yvonne?
What's up,
The
Yvonne?
Muppets, Marijuana Muppets. We're gonna remake that.
Yum.
Right? Everybody's heard him.
What are your favorite 3 strains? Cornbread?
All right, I have 3 favorite strains, but I don't know much about them. I did not do the homework on them because I was sleeping early.
It's okay.
You're grounded. You're fucking grounded.
Listen, I'm trying to get rid of this sickness, okay? I'm a legitimate excuse.
I'll only let it go because Big Judy. No, I forgot a whole word there.
You did.
Big Judy.
Judy. Yeah, you fucking
Sorry,
hurt
Judy.
me. Yeah. What? What?
That's what she said for
I'll
sure.
Ryan over there.
My 3 favorite strands. All right, so Girl Scout cookie.
Okay.
That's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this Maui Wowie. I know I've had it for a little bit and I just got it, but that shit is fucking good.
That's a lot of people's favorite strains. That's a great sativa.
Yeah, it is. It's a sativa and it's really fucking good. Oh, ooh. And Blue Dream.
Okay.
I gotta say, I have never tried Blue Dream.
Really?
Not fucking once. I don't know why. I don't know if it was maybe a flavor or something like that. I'm very touchy-feely with certain strains. I've heard so many good things, but I don't know why I'm so intimidated by it.
It's usually a hybrid, right?
No, it's more sativa dominant.
Okay.
Oh,
So it does sometimes get you the flutters.
What would you like say the flavor of it is? Like spicy, maybe?
I think it's more earthy. So like pine.
Ah, okay, that's probably why I've deterred away from it.
Yeah, pine and dirt. Those are my favorite.
I
Get a big old taste of the floor.
Yeah, it has myrcene, pinene, and caryophyllene. So it's like, super peppery, super like in the throat, in the chest, It's
I enjoy more of those strains. I really fucking do, but pinene hurts.
Their dominant crosses are blueberry and haze. So it's like
you need to vaporize it more or filtrate it more.
Or use a volcano or something.
Yeah.
But the actual effects when I smoke something piney, like Jet Fuel, Dirty Girl, Grease Monkey, Pineapple Express, Trainwreck. Those are strains that I cannot smoke because they will put me in the hospital with like a blinding migraine. And like for the
Must be
most
the
part, I
mercury
know that I do
behind
have
you.
some allergy to marijuana in general because if I touch it with anything but my palms, or like if I eat it, I'm fine. Smoke it, I'm fine. But if I were to touch it on the back of my hands, I would break out in hives. And then anything that has a piney compound to it always ends up giving me like blinding migraines.
Ooh.
So I don't know if the filtering would help with that. I would hope, but
yeah.
What up, Cody?
Oh, just for FYI, you cannot watch from my page.
Oh no. What happened?
I don't know. It said that my video was removed.
Oh no. Womp.
The video may buy, sell, or exchange edible cannabis products like THC, CBD, or marijuana.
And someone reported you.
Zuckerberg.
Someone totes reported it. Dang. Anyways.
We know how to scroll on when we don't like something. I learned that. Did Bambi? Oh my God, where the fuck that came from? I don't know. I apologize. Fucking, I don't know what that was. I don't know. Anyway.
But we'll figure it out. I don't. That's weird.
Yes, you're weird.
Player game.
Does he remember he chose you?
What?
Like, does he remember he consented to all of this? Saying she's weird as if you ain't. Mr. Leg Hair.
You didn't hear what Trista said?
No.
That's what she said.
Yep.
I mean,
he wants you to say it
live in a
again.
legal state.
Oh, is he part of Green?
Oh, you don't. You don't live in a legal state, do you, Cornbread?
No, I do not.
No, I didn't think so. What up, Lee?
all right. Well, like I said, Blue Dream was my top, but we discussed it a little bit. So my others were Super Boof and Mac One. So I guess I'll spotlight on Mac One a little bit because we did a little sativa dominant over there, and this is more of a balanced 50-50.
Okay.
Is why I really, because I have that. I like a sativa, an indica, and then this is sort of my 50-50. It's from Alien Cookies. And it usually runs about 20 to 27%. And the terpenes are limonene, carpholine, and linalool. It's potent, I think. I definitely need less hits of it to feel level. And I find that the more I smoke a hybrid, the less feelings. So I only need a couple hits of it to be mellow where I need to be.
Okay.
It doesn't couch lock too bad.
Still give you a little boost.
Yeah, but like if you're like flustered, I feel like it would bring you down a little bit, but not couch lock you.
Okay.
Not bringing your mood down, but settling you, steadying you. It's really good for stargazing, wanting to be deep in thought. It's nice for like relaxing and vibing alone. It doesn't put you too much in your head thinking about other things. It definitely kills anxiety. It kills time. Just not, I don't want to say numbing because I don't feel like, there aren't feelings there, but it's like I said, grounding almost.
I need
but it's
that.
like, Yeah. It's like a creamy citrus gas kind of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Orange zest, sour diesel,
I love Miracle Lane cookies. It's tasty.
a little bit of floral hint at the end. Sweet, spicy. I mean, the
It has a
flavors
little
all
bit of
there.
everything for sure. Yeah.
But it's got that like creative but slightly trippy effect. So like what would you do with $1 million? Or like those kind of conversations are really fun to have. Or if you want to journal or
Okay.
something like that. I think
like
it's really
writing your
good
book.
for that like self-discovery.
Oh yeah. Awesome, great strains for sure.
Absolutely. I need some of them in my life.
Yeah, I feel like Mac 1 is a pretty available strain. I feel like it's US anyway. I don't know about up there in Canada, but I feel from coast to coast in the US, Mac 1 is available in some form or branched off in some way.
Yep.
You
Miracle
said
Alien
that was
cookies.
balanced,
Miracle.
right?
What's that?
You said that was the balanced one, more like hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure when it comes to like, this is just in my area per se, Mac 1 is definitely one of those like really sought after strains. So when a place gets it, it'll be a good price. So everybody scoops it as fast as they can.
Yep.
I can say when I've smoked flower since I was 14. I didn't really start smoking dads well into my 20s. And when I did, I went to a big like smoke bar type of thing event for my promoter and sponsor. And they had a little dab bar, and Mac 1 was one of the choices. And like I said, I've never done them before. And that was the one strain out of, I think they did that one and Death Bubba.
Oh yeah.
That strain was so smooth to smoke. It was really nice. Like I had a great buzz that entire time. And like I don't necessarily have social anxiety to a full extent, but there will be some points where it's like, if I'm expected to be a certain way or I have to meet certain criteria, a little more anxiety ridden. I was fucking great. Like I could not have been any more at ease that entire time. And I completely forgot about that strain until you had mentioned it.
Yeah, it like makes me so not in my head. Like I don't care what people think. I am very grounded and just focused on, me or the tasks or my surroundings if I need to be. It's not, stupid banter going on that isn't necessary.
I feel like you're more almost in tune with yourself rather than everybody else in that moment.
Yes.
Like you're still aware of things. It doesn't necessarily disassociate you, but like
It
instead
pulls
of
that confidence out.
yeah, like it gives you like a little, pep in your step, and you walk into places with your head up instead of kind of being like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna write that down. Don't forget.
Let's see. Do you guys want to show off your favorite pieces and some functions?
Okay, what if we have like
it is hard, I know. Just
what if we tried? Like if I show one bong, the other one are right there, and they're gonna see it, and they're gonna be offended, and like.
Just say it's your favorite today. Not every day.
I love
that's it too.
Love you all. Just know that. Please don't break.
Please don't.
Fuck. I don't like this game anymore.
It's
just the moment during this topic. No relation. I don't know if you all have as bad luck with glass as I do, but
I gotta grab mine up.
It's like talking shit to the wheel. You don't do it because when you do it, it bites you in the fucking ass, and then the foot and the knee and the ass again. And just
True.
I'm
So
just
my-
my stuff's China glass. So
my all-time favorite, I'm not even joking. My all-time favorite device is the Dr. Dabber, the original one. I have all these other things, and I'll still even use it to connect to those pieces sometimes. Like the way that it gives you the flavor profile it's perfect every single time. Now sometimes I want to be punched in the throat, and so I like that torch. But for the most part, like I said, I think the Dr. Dabber is my absolute favorite for flavor profile.
New Dr. Dabber, man, it's the same way. It's amazing.
And I don't have the two, so I can't compare, but everyone says that it's a whole new experience. So
It really is. It really is. But out of all the E-rigs, the bomb hits the hardest.
yes.
how casual you just fucking said when I want to get punched in the throat, like, and you just continued on with your fucking sentence, like, I'm sorry, but that fucking tickles me.
She ain't lying.
I want to get punched in the throat. This is what I do.
Because I'll be honest, I don't cough that often, and sometimes you just, that like lightheaded is fun.
I would love to cough more, especially when I'm in a coughing competition with fucking Kelsey.
I'm good at
I
coughing.
literally coughed as hard as I fucking could in that moment. And they were like, she's faking it. That was
Yeah, Tristan's like
So it's actually super cute.
I did a drive on and it was like
hey.
I have the
There you
Dr.
went.
Dabber whip connected to this guy to sort of make it just look a little more fun, like he's connected to the spaceship. And
That is so freaking cool.
I bought
So
I bought more new tubing because my whip tubing was all sticky and gross feeling. So I just bought some new tubing.
Exactly, Ryan. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just done an event recently, and I used this with the student glass. So that was
Oh
a nice.
yeah, did that slap?
It did. Yes,
Hell
it was
yeah.
very nice. And then another thing I learned too, if anybody's wondering about the large student glass versus the mini, they are very different. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Very different. So I think the large version is more about power and clouds. And the smaller version is more about taste and filtration.
Okay.
And I've done them both with wax and flour, and I feel the same way with either. That the smaller one is because you have to spin it way more.
Because it doesn't have as much power to bring air in.
Continuously push it out. So it's more about the filtration, and it just tastes so crisp and clean the whole way through.
Okay.
But the big one like pushes out big, huge clouds.
Right.
Who's going?
So one of my favorite pieces that I have is a couch potato.
Oh,
I've had this one for like
that's different.
15 years now. You can lay back on the couch and still hit it.
Wow, I've never seen that.
And they lay on their sides when you set it down. It lays on its side because it's not it's not flat on the bottom.
Heck yeah.
I love that, but I feel like it would be like putting a snack in my lap. I'm gonna stand up and it's gonna
Yeah, definitely don't not hold it.
You know those little chess pieces to hold like cameras or your phone in front of you or something? I would get one of those for it.
Yeah, it totally needs one for sure.
Oh my God, that'd be so good for like if you're cooking and shit and you just want to Let me stir up this pot and smoke pot.
Honestly, that's the
Hey.
Dr. Dabber for me because that can sit on the counter, sit on the table or whatever. You just click one little tiny button and like it's
Walk
good to
away
go
and then go back.
5-6 times, whatever. And it can be used plugged in. So if you're low on battery.
I would really like to get one of those revolver bowls because I
Oh,
find
yeah.
that even when I have this little fucking stand thing where like it has all the slots for my bowls to sit in, I have to carry this with me and the bong in case I want to smoke more than one if I don't feel like packing in the middle of the kitchen. And it's super frustrating on that aspect. But then every so translation on that, what I was trying to say, all the fucking revolver bowls that I've ever seen, each portion is so fucking small. And because
they're
I
like
do
little
one
hitters.
big wonder bowls, they're just fucking gone. Now I smoked 6 bowls and I feel bad about it.
You guys see me hitting out of this thing all the time. This is my favorite.
Is that a Yerp rig?
Yes, it is.
Hell yeah. I love my Yerp rigs.
I hit this fucker every day. So like, and I told the Yerp that I was like, I love this because it's just a little tiny bong. I love it.
Yeah. I think I have one of those in red. Yep, it's over there. It's amongst the dirties.
I have one in red too. It's over there.
Yeah, it's a nice little hitter. I like it.
They do hit nice.
You don't hit wax at all, or not that much?
Not that much.
Because it's nice for wax too. I like it.
So the red one I have not smoked out of, the red one I have smoked out of, but I did smoke dabs out of it, and that's when I broke my Sir Coughs a lot. Banger.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Poor Popsy Banger. It died.
Yeah. But I do have another one.
My favorite piece, I think, is a pretty obvious one.
Jackass.
Yeah.
Like I mean, realistically, how can you not just be? It's like bug to a light. Like, ooh, what does that do?
What does this button do?
Nuclear fucking green should be a warning sign, but like that looks like a green flag, not a red one. But I particularly love this. So the brand, like WCZ or something like that, but the brand themselves don't sell unless they do wholesale. So when I had my first piece of this, I didn't realize that it was UV. I was just on a kick with uranium glass, and it was pretty close in the daylight. And then I got it home, realized how freaking bright it was, and I was like, perfect, it goes with all of my makeup. And then when I went back, I ended up finding Wanda.
Ooh.
So I have Cosmo and Wanda.
Dope.
That is so cool.
But
Cute.
Wanda here is Wanda 0.3. Because I broke the other two.
She's like, I keep having to find Wanda. She keeps figuring out up into pieces.
I'm really not winning at this game of fucking hide and seek, let me tell you. The first time I literally hit it on live, and I had put too much water in it because it has a really tiny little like spaceship filter type of thing, percolator. I put too much water. I choked myself, was fucking drowning on the fucking stream. I don't even know whose stream I was on, but I was dying. And I put it down beside me and also knocked the remote off. So the first one, this whole piece cracked. Talked to a couple of glass blowers because it's double fused and there's other things. It was not going to be something that they could repair. They could break it down, melt it, make something else, but other than that, no. So I go back and they're like, well, there's one in Toronto, which is like an hour and 40 minutes for me. I'm like, I fucking want it. So my friend gave me a little discount on it. I got it for the same price. Got another one. It's like, dope. I'm going to take so much care of this. I've fucking got so baked the night that I got it, that I left it in the kitchen on the table where my child dropped an entire massive club-sized jar of Cheese Whiz on the fucking front of it and snapped it in the exact same place. And he goes, nothing happened. Immediately I knew I fucked up.
No.
So I went, like, yeah, they don't have anymore. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I live stream and it's not just me that expects it to come back. So please bring it back. And for 2 weeks, the manager went, hunted, and found it. And I have cussed even the cat for looking at it. Don't fucking back off.
Don't touch my nose.
I feel like I'm too clumsy that day. I won't even smoke dabs. I won't even look at it. I'll pull out the silicone pacifier if I fucking have to.
What's up, Bongzilla? Oh,
Do you have a
damn.
song to play?
Yes, we do. Let's see. We got a pick from Trista.
I want all that smoke, turn me into ashes. Want you on my skin, nicotine patches. I just wanna take you like a deep breath. Ain't gonna have one single cigarette. Give me that smoke, all them flames, all that heat, keep it coming. I want what my emergency is my woman, but just let me burn. I should've learned, but no. I want all that smoke.
Give me the smoke, give me the heat, you my wildfire. Give me a toke, breathing deep, you what I desire. Get too close to you, I might get burned. Well, that's okay, because I like how it hurts, so
I want all that smoke.
put on my heart in this, set ablaze my arsonist. Cupid got 2 hits, guess you and me got targeted. I got the hardest hit, straight down to my cartilage. Can't think about life and you ain't part of it.
I don't need no lighter, baby, cause you fire. Check me in the rehab, I know you gon' be bad. For me like my favorite, habits keeping me high. Need a search, gentle warning on them Levi's. I want all that smoke, turn me into ashes. Want you on my skin, nicotine patches. I just wanna take you like a deep breath. Ain't gonna have one single cigarette. Give me that smoke, all them flames, all that heat, keep it coming. I want my emergency is my woman, but just let me burn. I should've learned, but no. I want all that smoke.
Feeling impatient, got me sweating you hotter than Vegas. Breathing heavy, my heart has been racing. Need a second, I gotta embrace it. Okay, cause you don't know what you do, my love. I still walk through the flames for you just because.
I want all that smoke.
Little bit of heat never hurt no one. Taking all the shine like there were no sun. Heating up quick like a fur coat does. Try to inhale this and the inferno comes. Burn those lungs, keep going, I'ma turn those up. All night long till the sun rises and the birds show up. Let's go.
I'ma love you like I just got out of jail. Let my hands read that body like braille. Look at you blush. Ain't gon' beat around the George W. Bush like I didn't have. I want all that smoke, turn me into ashes. Want you on my skin, nicotine patches. I just wanna take you like a deep breath. Ain't gon' have one single cigarette. Give me that smoke, all them flames, all that heat, keep it coming. I want my emergency is my woman, but just let me burn. I should've learned, but no. I want all that smoke.
I love that
I'm gonna
song.
give
Such a
myself
vibe.
fucking whiplash one day, I swear.
For real.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of times when I'll listen to music and it's got to hit certain points for me. You know, like it either has to get me energetic and bouncing, or it needs to portray a message or something like that. But there's some songs where, like this song in particular, when I was trying to do a reel to it, I hadn't heard it enough times to realize those changes in the type of music and the derivative that it was going with. And it fucking threw me off. And like I would do my next clip and it sounded like a completely different song. And I'm like, what, did I fuck the audio up? Like, what am I doing here? And then I actually heard it again. I was like, oh, that's why I like it. It's like the doom box of music. It's just a whole bunch of things and it just works. It's there together.
Thanks, Telly. Kelly said, gonna do a few dabs. Cheers to you. Your fire illuminates so strong it leads others out of the darkness. So in hard times, look within and have faith in you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Much love, Telly.
Much love.
And Yvonne said, Trista, you hurt my lungs when you hit that big one.
You know what? I
Really be on the floor.
have all the audacity and no fucking place and no business hitting bongs like that. I can't take oxygen. What the fuck am I doing with this? Like, of all
But
the
you do
things
it with
in my
grace.
bag, breathing and sleeping. I'm like, why don't we just inhale smoke too? Let's just add that. I will say, I am slightly traumatized now. Because even if you don't smoke poppers like with tobacco, you smoke popper style, like one hit wonder bowls. I have 3 times now hit my bowl to the point where a hot burning ember managed to go through a bubble and come all the way up and fucking burn my throat. 3 times.
Damn.
I'm so traumatized from that shit now. But bigger bongs, you're gonna go out before you hit my lungs, let me tell you.
All right, you guys want to dive into some weed and wellness?
Yes.
All right. I got a little bit of like importance of UV protection. Doesn't always mean sunscreen. Like, do not lather up on sunscreen every time you're leaving your house. It's more about, limiting your exposure and things like that. Also, you shouldn't wear excessive eyewear, tinted eyewear, because that is what helps your skin, your eyes adjusting to the light is what produces the melanin for your skin to help deter the sun from giving you a sunburn. So the less often you wear sunglasses, the better.
What? I had no idea.
That's mind blowing.
So it is. It's crazy. But it's really important for women to spotlight on skincare because a lot of that, the melanoma and cancer awareness and all of that. But sunscreen isn't the biggest on the list. There's clothing, there's shade, there, hats and shawls, things like that.
Right.
Because actually you don't want to put on the sunscreen and, mess up your natural body oil makeup. So that's like a last resort kind of thing. Like if you're going to be out and get
burning hot.
Go ahead.
I just wanted, from a makeup person perspective, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't necessarily wear makeup. If you're like me and you were paranoid about thinking, like she said, it doesn't necessarily mean slathering sunscreen. But when you're doing it from a makeup perspective, when you put it on, you have to be careful with what you're how you're applying it to. That was one of the biggest things that I learned that was a huge game changer and made me actually love putting on SPF and UV protection under my makeup or just on a general basis. That was a huge game changer for me. I just wanted to add that from a little makeup perspective. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I actually don't wear makeup that often, but because I wear glasses, supposed to wear glasses for driving, I do wear an SPF cover up on my eyelids so that you don't get the glare in there, but I try not to put it all over everywhere. And then another thing is SPF in your chapstick. And I just wanted to highlight this company, Bitch Sticks. They actually support members of domestic violence and things like that with every purchase. So you can check them out, bitchsticks.com.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, that one has SPF 15 in it. That's a big thing for me is chapped lips. It's, the sunburn can rip that skin right off. And that's really, really tender.
And we lick our lips all the time, especially when smoking and being like even at like events like you go to, like you'd be licking your lips, I'm sure. So those chapped lips help. The sunscreen helps.
But yeah, outdoor exposure coupled with photosensitivity, the certain terpenes and sun cannabinoids increase skin sensitivity to light, especially if you use any kind of topical, for what, treatment, pain treatment, anything like that. Be mindful of that. If you put it on and then go out in the sun, that's going to fry like oil. So make sure it's covered up with, cotton or something UV, in the fabric. But women have a higher risk of skin damage from hormonal changes, whether that's, menstrual, pregnancy, birth control, all that stuff. So just being extra careful, taking care of our skin, cleansing. If you do use the sunscreen, cleansing it off is really important too. But it's paying attention to that is also anti-aging. It helps prolong the onset of lines, wrinkles, sunspots. Women under 50 have a rising incidence of skin cancer, especially melanoma.
What's up, Nikki?
What's up, Nikki? Hold on,
So,
I will be BRB.
But that's what she said about women, weed, wellness, and what's good. It's important. I don't always remember, but I really do try, because I don't like the way that feels. I don't like the way it feels after when you're walking around like. So
I did some research on some CBD lotion that is also an SPF. It like this with the CBD being in it, it already has that like a little protectant, and then the sunscreen just kind of boosts it. And they have a lot of that at the grocery stores now that have CBD infused sunscreen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't usually do any of that stuff. I like burn to a crisp, so I should probably be more mindful of that coming soon.
And that's the thing too, is like you can prevent that with a long sleeve UV shirt if you don't want to put sunscreen on or whatever. Just be mindful of it, or take breaks in and out of the sun, or whatever you can cover up in some way.
Mm-hmm.
There was one point where I, as somebody who's very pale, I thought that I had put a strong enough sunscreen on that would last me what I thought was going to be a shorter walk. I ended up doing probably close to like a 3-hour walk from my house to a beach near here. And I put on 100 SPF, thinking it's extremely strong. I just got to put it on. I'm good. I'll be able to make the walk, wear a t-shirt and stuff. And then once I get there, I'll be able to reapply it. By the time that I was there, everybody else could visibly see that I should probably be in pain by now. And I had no idea, like my skin was hot, yeah, but I think I'm still in the sun, I'm in the beach, whatever. I ended up with something called Hell's Itch. And it's a degree of burn from a sunburn where it genuinely feels like you are laying on a fire ant hill. And it is a bunch of pinches and burns all happening at the same time, to the point that it actually it
all
makes
the nerves are freaking out.
Spasm.
Mm-hmm.
So
all the nerves are freaking out.
Yeah, and it was, I was in a lot of pain, so I'm crying, but I was also laughing because I physically could not. I felt like, when they show frog's legs or a fish that's dead and they put salt on it and it starts fucking flapping around and moving and twitch. I felt like that. I felt like there was no point where I could just stop my fucking arms from swinging. And my fiance at the time was trying to put a towel on me. I'm fucking slapping him randomly, and I'm like, I couldn't stop it, and all the jerk. It was ridiculous how fucking deep and painful that burn was, and how I look back now and I'm like, I should have, like, I didn't even need necessarily 100 SPF. It was the reapplication. It was applying it properly, entirely. Like, there was a lot of points, like I had mentioned before, with the difference in figuring out how to put it on my face with my makeup. You know, if you're putting it near your eyes, you're generally supposed to use last two fingers because they have the most delicate touch and they're the lightest pressure, so they don't tear at the really sensitive skin on your eyelids and underneath. Before, I would be just fucking rubbing it right in, and then I'm sitting there and I'm wondering why it's not sitting right in my skin. It's not actually absorbing, and like it would, like, I
feels
don't
like your face is on fire.
Yeah, like I would spread it and it hurts, and I just didn't enjoy it. And once I actually took the time to learn where I was going wrong, once I accepted that I was going wrong, it made a world of difference where now I'm waking up and I'm not even necessarily going outside. But even the lights that I use in front of me, because I use black lights and stuff and things like that, people don't think about how UV protection is important inside too.
Cool. All right, I'm going to address the comments real quick because Rosia says, "Man, I swear I just read that all sunscreen is bad and causes cancer." I was not promoting any kind of sunscreen. If you like listen to what I was saying, like it was more about the clothing and the limiting exposure. I do not promote using sunscreen every day at all. No way. No way. No way. Actually, that's like horrible. So I was just saying, like, it's more about being mindful of the UV, not, you know,
drinking water,
not exposing yourself. Yeah, making sure that you're hydrated and covered up. Like, if you know you're going to be out in the sun, you can get a long sleeve shirt that's breathable. I had bought some so that we went hiking in Arizona, and the wind I felt like I was not wearing a shirt at all, but it was a long sleeve shirt. It had a hood, you could pull it so that barely any skin is exposed.
Oh wow.
And it also helps so then you don't get wind chapped as well, because that dries your skin right out too. So things like that are more important to me than SPF 100, because then there Nikki said she used the SPF 100 today and still burned. There's other things that you have to do, because can you guarantee that you put it on exactly the way that they recommended and reapplied it when you needed to? And did you happen to get it wet? And was it okay? Did you wipe it off with a towel? Did you sweat too much? Like, to me, that there's too many factors involved in that for it to be effective 100%, or even 50% of the time, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't used sunscreen in a long time.
And then, of course, like avoiding it with all the certain things that they put in, because you shouldn't be wearing the what is it? Aluminum is what's in your deodorant these days that they want you to avoid. And I think it's this zinc oxide was the other one that. Yep. So yeah, it's more about natural ways of dealing with it, I guess. But like I said, I do use a little bit of SPF, but it's mixed in with my makeup or with my lip balm. I actually don't hardly ever use it just by itself.
Yeah, it's already in the product,
Yeah, and I don't think that makes it any, better or whatever. But it's, part of the other product that I'm already using. I don't think it hurts to add, because this is like all natural too. The Bitch Sticks is all natural, vegan, whatever stuff. So I don't know what is in the lotions and all of that to make it waterproof and all that claiming that they're claiming. So
right. Got a point there.
You can always tell when they say it's waterproof and you jump in the water and it all the chemical comes off of you and it's just floating around you. You're like, oh
yeah, it's like shiny in the sun.
Yeah. You're like, that's not what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. Should we play our next song?
do it.
Wake up. Brush my teeth. Drive to work. Come back home. Wake up. Brush my teeth. Drive to work. Come back home. Wake up, blunt. Brush my teeth, blunt. Breakfast, eggs, coffee, and a blunt. Drive to work, blunt. Come back home, blunt. Smoke again, go to bed, and dream about. Wake up, blunt. Brush my teeth, blunt. Breakfast, eggs, coffee, and a blunt. Drive to work, blunt. Come back home, blunt. Smoke again, go to bed, and dream about. Wake up. Brush my teeth. Drive to work. Come back home. Wake up. Brush my teeth. Drive to work. Come back home. Dream about. Wake up, blunt. Brush my teeth, blunt. Breakfast, eggs, coffee, and a blunt. Drive to work, blunt. Come back home, blunt. Smoke again, go to bed, and dream about. Wake up, blunt. Brush my teeth, blunt. Breakfast, eggs, coffee, and a blunt. Drive to work, blunt. Come back home, blunt. Smoke again, go to bed, and dream about. Wake up. Brush my teeth. Drive to work.
Never heard that song before in my life, but my ADHD was like, "We got this."
It's so great. I love it. It came out 5 days ago.
And I'm sitting here like, duh, 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 duh. And then, like, I hit them on point, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
That song's 5 days old.
Life, you know.
Let's see. So, stoner questions that make you think. Who wants to go first?
Can I go first? I got one.
Okay.
Okay. So I have been looking forward to a moment like this.
Oh no.
Okay. I have put a lot of work, and when I say a lot of work, I have 3 pages in my goddamn notebook about every single fucking concept. Okay. Okay. So I tried my hardest with the help of my best friend to summarize it in a question form. So I apologize ahead of time. Do you think if bugs were snacks, okay, just generalized snacks, would moths be the Cheetos because they're crunchy dusties?
That's one of those questions we need to all have water in our mouth. I'm still recovering from that jab too. Yeah.
I have a notebook. Okay. Fucking notebook of every type of bug and what it could be compared to. And the first one that came to mind were moths. Because if you've ever tried to squish or hit a moth, they are fucking dusty and they crunch. And I am terrified of bugs, so I have no idea why I spent 3 hours writing it down and fully invested in it. And God bless my best friend for sitting there for that 3 hours and putting up with my shit. But it came down to the point where I was like, no, yeah, ticks are like poppy seeds. It's are pumpkin seeds. So again, I ask, wouldn't moths be the Cheetos because they're crunchy and dusty? You're welcome.
Don't answer like seriously though. Yes, you are correct. That is correct.
I feel like this is one of those bless her heart. Oh, that one. Yeah, she kind of cute, but that's all she got going for her. Bless her. And I get it. No, I totally agree. But now you've thought about it, and you will never look at a moth and not think it's crunchy and dusty.
No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
If moths are crunchy and dusty, what does that make bees?
So if I do recall, without having to pull out the notebook, if I do recall, honeybees were I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that we went with like hornets and wasps as like the hot peppers, ghost peppers, because they fucking bite back and they hurt every single time. I cannot for the life of me remember.
Because bees are dusty sometimes when you smack them, and they sting, and you know, like
fireflies.
What's up, William?
You know, pull the notebook out, the handy dandy fucking notebook, and Yoda can be really disappointed in me. So
I got it. These are like all. I have so many questions. You don't like bugs, so you've not eaten bugs.
I am terrified of bugs. There was a praying mantis in my kitchen once, and it almost decapitated me because it was on my fridge. And I literally left my fucking house and went around the block to go in the front door, and then he went missing, and I wouldn't go in my kitchen for the rest of the day. And yeah, I cried when the butterfly landed on me at the butterfly conservatory. That's what they're there for. They're bugs. They're home.
Brendan says it's one of your 34 notebooks.
Listen, I am a scattered but somewhat organized person. I'm not. I'm lying.
I'm lying.
Yeah, I wrote stuff in a notebook and then I lost the notebook, and no, it's just gone now.
I do not fuck with June bugs either. I don't like.
I know who fucking wrote that.
I agree 110%.
This man, we were on video call, and he fucking abandoned me and fucking long jumped over a glass table to get the fuck away from a goddamn June bug. Or one time we were walking through the back, and he was trying to help me carry a carpet. This shit, I don't know if you guys go in feet or anything, but this shit was at least 10 feet fucking wide. Way longer than a tall person, and this short motherfucker is trying to run on an uneven hill with a giant rolled up rug, screaming, and I say goat screaming at the top of his lungs because a June bug almost touched him.
Yep.
Listen, I have trauma. That's what she said.
I totally don't blame him. Nope.
You should, because it's funny.
They're not that scary.
Every time it comes around that month, I'm like, you know what month it is?
They just fly into your face.
No, they fly into your hair. I've had one stuck in my hair, and I'm freaking out. Ryan's like, "Will you just hold still?" And I was like, "No, you need to get it out." He's like, "I would if you'd hold still."
My sister had a yellow jacket in her hair once, and they tried to fly away. It was like, yeah.
Sorry, like people in those movies are like, "Go on without me." Okay.
Deuces. See you later, alligator.
Both of us aren't making it out of this, so You had a good run. Bye.
He goes, one, that tree was full of those fuckers.
He is so fucking dramatic. Okay.
I
There was one. That motherfucking thing didn't even catch my attention span. It was so fucking lone. Okay. No. I've seen media player gifts fucking last longer. This motherfucker hightailed his ass. Like, if he could have puckered his asshole anymore, it would have come out his mouth.
Centipede, millipede things, nope. Mm-mm. No, thank you.
I could just see it like trying to not go down.
That's what I can picture. The arms flailing and shit.
This rolled up carpet like this.
Glove shoes. Totally down. That's what I picture.
They have like super jazz hands.
Like a bunch of bodies glued together, like hands, feet, hands, feet.
They're just a bunch of hands that also work as legs.
I am suddenly fluent in fuck you martial arts.
You got a shoe, you'll be all right.
Like, I don't know what's worse when you get ready to fucking box out that bug that just won't fuck off and leave you alone. And you're like, that you come near me, I'm gonna hit you. And then you go to swing and you actually hit it and you're like, oh my god, I touched it. I touched it. I just wanted to
you're like, you're like, it's on my shoe.
I preface again, terrified of bugs. However, I don't know what that fucking cartoon spider that was going around online for the longest time. It was like a jumping spider. This cartoon animation of the spider was the cutest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life. And I was so upset that it was a fucking spider. Okay, just so upset. And so I'm moving around my living room and I noticed that this little jumping spider's on my wall and he's trying, or on my couch, and he's trying so fucking hard to get to the wall that's like this far away. And I'm watching him and he like, I don't know if you guys ever have seen them, but they'll stick a little tether to wherever they're jumping. And then they do like a little butt wiggle and paw tap like fucking puppies do. And then they get ready and they do the smallest, most not pathetic. It's an attempt. I don't want to offend anybody, but like they make the worst attempt at a jump ever, and then they just go flat and hit something, and then they're like, all right, start over again. And he did this like 6 times, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to help you. I fucking have to help. I'm literally shitting myself and sucking it back up so you don't smell my fear, but like I have to help you. So I fucking hold my hand, and I'm trying for so long, and he's kind of looking at, he's doing this shit, and he's like waving his little front arms, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna throw up. You're so cute. It goes over and it touches my hand a couple seconds, and it climbs out of my hand. You can't feel this. You can't. It's soft, and you can feel it's soft, but you can't feel it. And then it walks over, and I had a little cut on my hand. And he walked over, and he just kind of sat there, and you just see his butt wiggling and his little fucking front legs moving a little bit. And he had a piece of the skin that was like sticking up and sharp. And he took it off and just dropped it and then continued on his way to the wall. I'm like, we're best friends now. We're bonded for life. And this fucking spider followed me around wherever I moved on the ceiling. He just followed me around everywhere. So I had bananas that were starting to turn brown because what else do they fucking do? And I had a couple of fruit flies. So I brought him over to the bananas and then I saw him again.
Hell yeah.
But it was really cool.
Amanda.
All right, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Is it the time of day that determines whether it's daydreaming or hallucinating? Like, can you daydream at night, or is that just considered hallucinating?
Huh.
I hallucinate a lot then. I'm like, shadow people stay over there. Stop it.
Shout out to the people that I've had to message or call to confirm if something actually fucking happened or if I just had it going on in my head. And I now I'm entirely confused as to whether I should call it a daydream or
I think it's a daydream because yeah, it's a daydream.
That's a good question.
Realistically, my only thing that I would think the difference would be off the top of my head is one is like kind of not consensual, but like a hallucination is more like triggered, whereas a daydream is more that
You're sort of absent.
Yeah, it's like that sleep pattern that your brain starts to go through but hasn't entered sleep. That's the only thing I would think, but I don't even think that's true.
What is this? I detonated it.
For me, like wanting to see something and actually seeing it, I'm like, I'm not sure.
You're like, I don't know about that. The big scary monster standing over there is not real.
That's why I was so scared to do like acid and shit when like everybody was doing it in high school, because I was like, there's the hallucinations and things that I see that I can just blink my fucking way through with anxiety. And then there's the ones that don't go away when you open your eyes again, and I don't like those. Like, hold on, I closed my eyes, put a blankie over my head, and held my fucking squishmallow for 10 minutes. What the fuck do you mean you're still there?
Pecker said, what about sleepwalking in that situation, coughing, Kara?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're absent, but you're not seeing anything, so that's not hallucinating. But yeah, that's another one too. What time of day is it?
I considered, like, I know the person is actively doing things, but are they, how sometimes if you go to sleep and you go through the whole REM stages and stuff, but you don't necessarily have full dreams or anything. Would sleepwalking be the physical equivalent to that? Like your body's still getting up and going through motions of things, but would you be actively dreaming, or would it just kind of be black and you can't recall anything? I've never experienced anybody that sleepwalks, so.
I've been told you don't remember anything. You
My
go back to bed. My kid used to like sleep creepy crawl is what we called it. He would like look like a worm. He'd like have his butt in the air and like go out and have his butt in there. And he would like do it down the hallway, and he was totally sleeping, like passed out hard and just
oh my god
down the hallway and like pulling back down the hallway.
The rule is really not to wake them, but how do you not fucking cackle watching this shit happen?
I would die.
It's hard. Rough. It's hard.
That's what she said.
Catching on. He's catching on.
I haven't said it today. You need no reason. Literally just say it at the end of the sentence. It doesn't have to make sense. It just works.
Yeah. When my oldest sleepwalks, she'll have random conversations with Ryan, and she won't remember it the next day. He'll be like, do you remember saying this to me? And she'll be like, no, what are you talking about? He looks at me, she totally said it, didn't she? And I was like, yes.
To record her ever doing it so you could show her?
Yes, yeah.
That's funny.
Because she'll go to his side of the bed.
Wake his ass up.
Like he sense that somebody's right there next to his bed, so he jumped up out of bed and he's like, babe, babe. And I'm like, what?
There used to be points I'd start falling asleep. And it was
Like,
like it was always in one of those I didn't intend to fall asleep positions. Like your fucking feet are up on the wall and you're just kicking away doing something. And all of a sudden, I'm like, you don't realize you're asleep, and then somebody talks to you, or you say some stupid shit about a robot in your fucking dreams or something, and you hear them go, "What?" And you're like, "Nope, never mind. I'm not here. I'm not. Don't acknowledge me, please." I don't know what the fuck else I'm gonna say, so don't. Please don't. I used to
like, ah!
He would say shit, but he would never say it in his own voice. Whenever he dreamed, he would talk in a little voice like this, and it fucking killed me. This was the biggest homophobic macho man type of person ever, and to record him being like this in his sleep, oh my, the joy, the fucking joy inside of me. And he would ask random questions, and I'm sitting there like,
my ass.
right? Like one time he asked me if there was cheese in the microwave, and I'm like, do I put cheese in the microwave? And he was like, well, why haven't you? Did you, like, I'm having flashbacks to when my mom asked me to pull out the chicken. Was I supposed to put cheese in the microwave? And he's having a full-blown conversation with me. Then the motherfucker will wake himself up snoring. And he's like, why are you just sitting there? I'm in shock. I have no idea what's happening right now.
That's great.
That's great.
Brayden, you shut the fuck up. Okay, you're just as bad as my kid, my youngest. The fucker will walk in the room and be like, Mom, you know when you were napping earlier? No, for fuck's sakes, I don't want you to continue that fucking sentence. Then he goes, you farted. Okay, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, it smelled like my green poops. And he just walks away, and this is in front of company, and I'm like, fuck me, I guess. Like, I fucking hate it here.
Kid walks up to you, Mom, you have a big belly. Yep. And then they just walk away, and you're like,
if you were a full-grown motherfucker, I swear.
You're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you do too.
My, not my oldest, but my second oldest, just after I had my youngest, walked into the shower one day, ripped the curtain fucking aside, looks at me, and I don't even have the time to fucking like cover myself. And he's like, your chest looks like it's got broken balloons on it. If it was legal to drop kick a fucking child out of the room, I would have done it with enthusiasm. Like, I would have, yeah, you motherfucking ass.
Wide open, offended as fuck.
Yeah, like, he's offended by my fucking, how fucking dare you have fucking deflated balloons for tits, and then leaves the curtain and the door open and walks away like I caused a fucking problem.
I bully kids, I don't give a fuck.
I seriously have to call my friend. I have to call him and be like, they're picking on me. And he's no fucking better. He'll get right in this shit.
You don't tell people, they'll just join with them.
Like everybody, every fucking time, man. You don't ask for help. This is why people don't ask for help. He's the thing.
Let's see. I have a would you rather. Would you rather get lost in a dangerous city or a dense forest?
The forest, I think.
Are we talking?
But like a city, you can like get out of the city. The forest, you're like, forest this way, forest this way, forest that way, forest this way.
Are we talking dangerous city, like just a bad city in general for violence, shit like that, or are we talking like apocalyptic type of shit?
No, just a normal dangerous
Okay.
city. You know.
I'm going out alone because I ain't asking nobody for nothing.
You're like, I'm
The
going out in the middle of
anxiety is
nowhere. Fuck
high
it.
in the city with all this shit going on. I'm like,
Just a bitch is screaming down the road and like, nope, not going that way.
I feel like if I check the forest, ADHD is fucking me over, and I'm getting distracted by every goddamn thing. That's why I don't leave the fucking forest. It's only 10 feet wide, and I still can't find my way out 6 hours later because it's all butterfly.
oh, that too. If I don't know it's a survival situation, I won't be like making somewhere to sleep, and it'll be nighttime all of a sudden.
If I'm in a scary city though, like I live right near Toronto, so if you go in Toronto and you know the sun's going down, your survival instinct just naturally kicks in. Way faster than a forest. Way fucking faster.
You're not gonna make a place to sleep. That's for sure.
Let me tell you how fucking fast I will fight a pigeon in Toronto, but I will easily watch a squirrel chew on some nuts for 4 hours in the fucking forest.
Yeah, that bird might have a knife.
I swear to God, they have bigger gangs. Okay, the pigeons are terrifying.
They probably have pocket knives, bro.
They're assholes. There's gangs. There's random people being lit on fire and stabbed and shit. The pigeons. I will always tell you, watch out for the fucking pigeons. Watch out. They don't move out of your fucking way. No, they will straight up look at you and make you question everything about your life. And you're like,
that's how the pigeons are in Seattle.
Like I live 3 doors down, but I feel like I should probably just move.
Walk around the block the other way.
We were going hunting a few years in a row, and then I had my youngest, and she was 5 months old, and I went out in the woods, climbed up in a tree, and sat there, and like my emotions were just different, and they loved everything, and they didn't want to hurt anything, and they just looked at the grass and cried, and then they looked at the birds, and they cried, and then they heard the squirrels and they cried, and I'm like, I guess I can't do this anymore.
Aww. No more
It was
forests.
definitely a different. I mean, like I just sat. I mean, it was more of a admire and in awe of it rather than on alert, waiting for that, that heart thumping moment. It was more of a relaxing, euphoric feeling, not that adrenaline pump. It was so different, but yet still so amazing. Like, different feeling, but cool.
I don't know if I'd want to be lost in the forest. That sounds scary.
Yeah.
But lost in the city also sounds scary. Because that's happened before.
It's
not
gotta
fun.
go really quick for just a second. The bathroom break, so I'm gonna turn myself off. But I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Go ahead. Yeah.
We did do an overnight hike in the Allegheny Forest, and it was a little more than we bargained for. And we hiked, and it was like a backpacking situation. So we hiked in like, I don't know, 18 miles.
Oh, wow.
The first day, and just were trying to find a campsite, and we must have got lost. But like they had a whole bunch of redirects because of a bunch of fallen trees and stuff, and we had missed the first one, and so we found like the next spot to camp at. Yeah, it was a lot more than we were like death when we got there. We all like just ate like one meal and like passed out.
Oh, I mean,
because you had to set up your tent and everything, right?
Yeah,
and the dark, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was my husband and I, and then another couple, and they were coupled in a what is that? Hammock. They were coupled in a hammock, and my husband and I were in like a tiny backpacking tent with our dog.
Oh shit! Oh damn!
It was a crazy experience, but I don't want to feel like that. Like, can't get out if I needed to in the middle of the night. I didn't like that feeling.
Right?
Yeah.
because we weren't where we thought we were by the time we got to the place. We're like, this isn't the campsite we originally thought we were going to. So it was not accessible, like in the amount of time we wanted to get back to the vehicle that night or in the morning or whatever. But it was a fun time still.
Sounds cool. You had an itinerary, which is neat. But like, you know, there's people that go out and like don't do any research on like where they're going and what they're doing, and like they get lost, like they fall off a cliff or you know, like that's
Oh
just
yeah. They make you sign in.
I would fall off a
like,
cliff.
when you get there, there's a paper in a box to sign your name, the time you went out, your license plate, all of that, so that they know how long you've been.
That's good. That's good.
And it's good to have because, like, you never know something could happen, and they got, you know, some of your information.
Yeah, that's a tip too. That's why it's important to park in those designated parking areas.
Yep.
They'll find your car. Come a looking.
Yeah, there's every time I want to check out a new place that doesn't have that map at the beginning of it or like a website accessible thing. It's almost, I don't know if you guys know, ever heard about the Nutty Putty Cave, but there was somebody that had been, I think they're called cadavers, the ones that go cave exploring in really tiny ones. Unfortunately, he took a very wrong turn that ended up leaving him in a position that he was not able to be rescued.
Oh shit!
To seal that entire cave off, but there was a point where he thought that he was going down a right path, and had he taken the correct, you know, way, it would have been a lot safer. But since then, the paranoia in going somewhere, if I don't know the exact detail, like in and outs, okay, if I take this wrong way and I end up here, how can I backtrack? Like I'll spend the hours investigating out because I don't want to be in those positions, you know. I don't know what I'm going to do in those, so I'd much rather just avoid them.
Definitely.
Kudos to the parks that make those things far more accessible to people, or like they have those sign-in sheets like you were mentioning. We don't have those out here, and I really wish they would kind of bring that about.
I mean, a lot of things to say for you to put a note in your on the dashboard of your car, just with the time and date that you went out, when you, like, if you're going somewhere hiking too.
Oh.
So that they know like how long you're gone, whether to start any kind of worry at all. Like if you're, you know, if you're only gone 24 hours, maybe you planned on going in and hiking overnight. So they'll, you know, but then they might know that's kind of like the area where you went in at. If you, you know, put a note of the time and date, time, and your description of you or whatever.
That's really smart. I never would have thought about that. I would have thought about like a sign-up sheet or something, but I never would have thought about leaving those essential details in the car just in case, so that somebody saw that.
Yeah, you don't have to have a description of you if you have like in your car you have something that says who you are, because the cops can get a hold of that. I wouldn't put your description out, but you know, a time, you know, so that they know this is where your
date,
origin, and time and date, whatever. But yeah, that's like, it's written on signs in the forest area there. Like if you park on the side of the road, it tells you to leave distinctive notes so that they don't tow your car, so that they know how long you've been gone. Or sometimes there's also damage that happens, like a tree falls or something and your car's parked there, then they can, you know, access whatever. They know that, okay, they're out there hiking, so we can, you know, take care of this if we need to or whatever. They weren't involved in the accident that happened.
Right.
Do we want to move on to our munchies? Or recipes or whatever you want to share?
I'm gonna leave this to other people. I'm not much on Food.
No.
Not really. I gotta force a lot of it. I like pizza, but that's like
You have to be in the mood for
have to
it.
be in the mood. Yeah.
I get it. So for the longest time, I didn't know what shepherd's pie was, and so I would right. So I didn't look it up the recipe either. So I just made a pie and put the stuff in it.
Just had this conversation.
I think so.
Talked about this somewhere else.
But yeah, so I wrote down Kelsey's shepherd's pie, and it's basically just meat and beans or corn and mashed potatoes all on top of each other with gravy on top, and you cut it like a pie. It's delicious.
Okay.
You know, the
Is that a
fact
snack
that
or a meal?
I could eat a whole pie, so yeah, meal for sure.
the part of me that's like, that's not the shepherd's pie I was raised on, but the other part of me that's like, literally cannot argue she's not wrong.
Because I didn't realize shepherd's pie was like not a pie. It made perfect sense to me to make it a pie. So, pie.
Slop.
Great.
A big old pile.
That's great.
I was torn between both of the two things, mainly because I don't know if anybody knows what pierogies are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when we make pierogies, generally a lot of people will just boil them and then fry them or some variation. I personally have always just fried them from frozen if I'm just eating them the way they are, squish them out, get the water out, whatever. However, I did discover on a very, very, very baked night, one of my friends makes an infused salsa con queso, which is that cheese con queso from Tostitos.
Mm-hmm.
Makes an infused version of it. So this works infused, uninfused, whatever. But you take your pierogies and you boil them, and when they get to that soft point, you open them up and you take the filling out and you mix it with cream cheese, the salsa con queso, some diced peppers, and the mix that's already in there. You restuff them and then you fry them. You compress the edges with a fork. That shit, let me tell you, it took a lot of work to bring my eyes back from the back of my skull. There's effort involved because those things were so fucking good.
Bomb. I love pierogies. I started calling them pierogies, and people really don't like that. So pierogies.
I like when people say pierogies. Red from Orange is the New Black.
Like somebody was bugging me the one day about the whole poutine thing. They were like, I don't want to sit there and poutine. I don't want to do that. Why not? Why not? That shit's fun, okay? If you've ever heard have you had any, or do you have any Grey Poupon? If you've ever heard that, if I hear the word poupon or I have a reason to fucking use that shit, I will quote the shit out of that, even if it has no relevance and I'm having a professional fucking conversation.
Like I call that the poupon mustard. Poupon.
Like I'm saying it in a fancy fucking way because why not? Like it
I used to call it the poop mustard, but I changed it a little bit.
I blew my best friend's mind when he found out that mustard seeds was where mustard generated from, and that it was also in the jars of pickles. I was like, "It is," and he's like, "A fucking seed," and I'm like, "It's a mustard seed." Fucking mustard and pickles. I was like, mustard is made from mustard seed. That's why it's called mustard.
Pickles are made from pickles.
And he said his fucking
pickles are not made from pickles.
Did you have yours?
Yes, they can hear you.
You hear what I said though?
Yes, pickles are not pickles.
Mustard seeds.
What?
You said
The
mustard.
cucumber.
Mustard seeds. I said pickles come from pickle seeds.
Pickles come from pickle seeds. That's what he said.
Okay.
Absolutely. I trust a person that has an ass thicker than his leg hair.
Not wrong.
Not wrong, you said.
I've been waiting to use that, and you fucking know it.
Wait.
Okay. Does anybody else have another one? Or I'll just say my second one.
Go ahead.
What?
My other one is, I don't know if you guys have other versions of it, but we have like Nutella or Nutella, and then we have like generic fucking store versions. But the hazelnut spread in general, if you make a PB and Nutella sandwich, but then you make it like a grilled cheese, you butter the outside and then grill it. Or if you add bananas into the mix, it also adds a whole different element. We also did it with our fried egg sandwiches. Instead of just toasting the bread, we would fry the egg and then make the sandwich itself together like a grilled cheese. And it just, I don't know, the texture of the bread is different and it brings out something that blends, like if you're using banana, it blends the three flavors in a really smooth way where it's not too overpowering, if that makes sense.
Chocolate and banana, yes. Peanut butter and chocolate, no. Mm-mm.
I only like I like
Okay.
having a Reese's cup once in a while, but I don't like the
No, hazelnut and chocolate. Hazelnut and peanut butter are different than Reese's.
True. Just, is it there's a difference?
Reese's peanut butter
spread? I don't know if you guys have any other kinds. We only have like Nutella, so that's the only thing I have to compare it to.
There's a Hershey one.
Fuck off. There is?
Yeah. It's very strange.
Nothing fun out here.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely not like creamy like Nutella or like, like the hazelnut. It was like a sand more so. It was like a I don't know, it was weird.
I find
very strange.
In a lot of desserts, like I use Reese cups as my example, but the peanut butter in it tastes like they put way too much icing sugar and made it gritty. If I go and have peanut butter in something, I'd much rather a more natural style peanut butter, like something that actually has that nut taste to it.
It's not just sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Reese's, they put a lot of sugar into their peanut butter. It's like more sugar than it is peanut butter.
But they're so good.
Yeah, it was like the one I wanted to make Reese's peanut butter. It was like one jar of peanut butter, like the small jars, to like 4 cups of regular sugar. And I was like, that's so much sugar. I only did half of that. It's just going to be a sugar.
Ooh.
But yes. What was your munchies, cornbread?
Oh.
Right.
It's bad.
Ryan, what's my go-to munchies?
Huh?
Munchies.
Or dinner, I guess.
Or dinner.
Whatever.
Or for dinner. Like when I'm stoned.
Chili back soup?
Chili back soup.
Okay.
My other go-to is homemade breakfast sandwiches.
Nom 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 nom. Mm-hmm. I like chicken in a basket, where you like cut a hole in the bread and you put the egg in the middle of the bread. I love those.
No, she's picky. It's got to be on a English muffin.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys cheese? More cheese is better, or less cheese is better? Kind of people.
More cheese is better.
It's got to be Thomas's English muffin. This bitch won't eat the cheap ones. She's got to eat the expensive
Oh
ones.
yeah, of course they got to be the Thomas ones. They're better.
I don't know. Like, I used to say they were better, but like at the same time, I tried crumpets as my fucking
See?
and that shit.
Hmm.
I don't know if it was just the weed I smoked that day, but
Mm.
that's a little. But I was crying when I ate it because it was just that fucking good.
See, I'm more if you eat, you can smoke. So I don't really like eat after I smoke. I don't like get the munchies, so I like talk myself into eating, and then I'm
I
like,
get like
"I
super
don't smoke."
munchies, bro. I wake up in the middle of the night like, why is my hand in the bag of munchies right now? Stop it.
I don't.
Yep.
I don't.
I gotta keep munchies next to my bed for this reason. Or I'll be
But I'm
downstairs in the
definitely able
refrigerator like,
to.
Vanilla cupcake.
I'm able to regulate my my body weight a little more now that I quit smoking cigarettes.
okay.
But I was really struggling to stay above 100 pounds. Now I'm struggling to turn anything into muscle. So I'm like, if I'm gaining the weight, I just can't move it around. I'm not strong enough to do anything with it. As soon as I start lifting weights, like even for physical therapy, that's, the doctor's telling me to do, I start losing weight as soon as we start trying to do anything like that. So I do like protein drinks and stuff like that, but I'm not an eater. Unfortunately, I wish I enjoyed things more because my husband and my kids all the time, like, let's get this.
If I
and
could
let's
eat
get that. I'm
steak
like,
all
what
the
up?
time, I probably would. I love steak.
I like steak. I do. I like steak.
I find I have to find like
Or roast. Or...
when I go through points where like I used to be severely anorexic, and then I also had a tapeworm. So like the not eating concept, making for my kids was like this. It's hard to say, but like I love my kids in every sense. I obviously love caring for them, but it got to the point where making food for my kids was the only reason why I was around food, and I was full just smelling it. But then I started finding like maybe that one food, and people would be like, oh, why are you eating that all the time? Because this is literally the only thing that I actually enjoy and think about eating and take the time to eat. Like for 3 weeks, it was fajitas.
Mm-hmm.
Just literally constantly cook fajitas because that was the only thing I could get myself to stomach. And my brain would be like, oh, fajitas, instead of being like, oh, this is a fucking chore and I don't enjoy it.
Right.
But I found that those foods go away really fast too.
I did learn that like if you have food aversion and you're like, when you like are like unsure of what to eat, but you're like queasy kind of thing, extra sharp cheddar cheese really helps. Like even just 1 or 2 bites, it really helps break that that empty, nauseous, sick feeling when you have food aversion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, there's a list of helpful ones, but that's the one that has helped me the most.
I have to address this comment.
I don't even want to give him the attention. I just want to preface this. That's why I haven't said
syrup on spaghetti.
Yeah. Nope. Sorry. Syrup does not belong on spaghetti. I'm sorry.
And I'm also going to say,
I must have missed that.
On their next question or their next comment, they say, fuck yeah, I do. It's actually pretty good. Better without sauce and meat, just with noodles. That is not spaghetti.
That's noodles and
that is noodles
syrup.
and syrup.
You're eating noodles and syrup.
Congratulations.
One of my friends, he eats packages of saltine crackers and then puts milk on them. Eats them like cereal. Eats them like cereal.
I'm sorry, did my face drop too fast there? Or
We were like,
are you offering this person a hug?
Oh yeah.
Is that like how you balance your sugars and starches?
He loves it. He ate it all the time.
I'm not judging anybody that puts syrup on, noodles, but I couldn't. Nope.
I
It
got
makes
it.
your milk
I
really
gotta
salty.
tell you guys this. There was one girl I
I've
had
never,
gone to
I've
school
never.
with, and she used to be obsessed with having cereal with water.
Oh.
What?
This
Mm-mm.
girl loved it. And when people would ask her, bless her fucking heart, I love her, but this is some dark humor. This motherfucker would look at people and be like, yeah, my dad never came back with the milk.
Oh, I love a cheese nut for bread. Put syrup on bread and eats it. Do you cook it first, please? Tell me you cook it first. Is it raw egg? No egg. Is it just syrup on bread? Oh my gosh.
You could just microwave the egg and then it would be cooked.
Mm.
I taught my kid how to do that when he was like a kindergartner, and he started making his own breakfast before online class or whatever they had for COVID.
Okay, Georgia, I swear to God, I shove spray cheese through the crackers and make a cheese man out of it and eat it. I saw you in the Goofy movie once.
Cheese!
I hate making movie references and then people are like, okay.
I love that movie.
Shit. Cool. We've been here 2 hours already, guys.
All right, what are we doing? Close out song?
Yep. We're gonna play another JMO.
It's getting late here on the East Coast.
Say goodbye. Let's see.
Mic check 1 2. We pop bands like it's bubble gum. 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 Bands like it's we pop bands like it's bubble gum. Bands like it's we pop bands like it's bubble gum. Bands like it's we pop bands like it's bubble gum. 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 Bubble bass. Bubble bass. Bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bands like it's 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 bubble gum. We pop bands like it's bubble gum. Bands like it's we pop bands like it's bubble gum. Bands like it's we pop bands like it's bubble gum. Bands like it's we pop bands like it's bubble gum. 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 Bubble bass. Bubble bass. Bubble gum.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
But yes, much love, y'all. Make sure y'all join us on the next That's What She Said in about a month or so. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to say anything to say goodbye.
Much love.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys.
Remember to protect your skin like you protect your stash.
Hey, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Peace out, y'all.